Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to hire a buyer's agent. You need to have a buyer's agent. A lot of people think, well, I can just save money if I go straight to the listing agent. Well, you need to have somebody representing you. The listing agent is actually the advocate and is representing the seller. So it's really important for you to have somebody in your corner, so to speak. Somebody's going to fight for you too, especially in this market. So first of all, when we say realtor, do you know the difference between a realtor and an agent? Well, a realtor is an agent who also has joined a board and holds to a little higher accountability and more continuing education. So it's really important that your agent is also a realtor. 2 syllables, by the way, realtor. That la 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 stuff in between is okay, but it's realtor. Experience. It's really good to have at least 3 years experience. That agent is going to now have some hard transactions under their belt, because there are sometimes difficult people, difficult situations and things that come up, and their job is to take the stress off of you and to walk you through those things. We always say that we want to be your flashlight in the haunted house. When I was a little kid, we used to go to this haunted house where you're getting strapped in this little roller coaster thing, but I took a flashlight, okay? And I would shine it up ahead and go, oh yeah, look, there's this skeleton getting ready to jump out at us. And it's not that scary when somebody shines the light on it, okay? So we are your flashlight in this transaction. So, but experience is important. Also, full-time. Ask your agent, are you full-time? Or might you be at a job when I find a house I really, really like and I need to find this house? So it's important to see if they're full-time or not. How do you like to communicate? That's another good question. Text, email, want a phone call? Some people prefer a phone call because they want to have the time and they want to be able to hear all the details. Other people say, yeah, just shoot me a text. Something like, hey, Bob, just got the inspection objection notice, and I want you to go over it with me, and when's a good time for you? So, how do you communicate is a good question to ask them, and how often? You need to let them know that it's okay to call me whenever. Some people say, I've never talked to my agent for 2 weeks. Not good. So those things are really important. Also, how are you going to protect me? There's places to terminate in a contract. There's about 6 places in our contracts where a buyer can terminate and move on down the road, get their earnest money back, and say, thanks anyway, but we're not going with this house because of X, Y, Z. So there's inspection, there's appraisal, there's loan conditions, there's insurance, title work, HOAs. There's all kinds of things where you can terminate the contract. And you need somebody that's kind of fighting for you and watching out for those things for you. Those are skills. And when it comes to writing offers, we're in a buyer's market, seller's market, and there's just multiple offers. And so it's not just offering the highest price. And I tell my sellers, hey, it's not the highest price that's the most important. It's the strongest deal. Some people can offer way over, but they have a house to sell, or they have bad credit. There's other little sneaky things they're putting in the contract. So it's really important to have somebody who is going to help you write the contract for you, and know some really compelling things that the seller might be interested in, like maybe they might want a lease back, or other strengths that you might have. So how will you protect me? That's a really biggie. And you need to be able to know that you can terminate at any time without losing your earnest money. So another thing to ask is, hey, walk me through the process of being a buyer with you from start to finish. Can you walk me through the process? Getting pre-approved, knowing what my criteria is, explaining the difference between down money and earnest money, and what to expect at the inspections. Also, ask this potential realtor that's going to be helping you, do you attend inspections? Because we do. And I like it because I get a lot of experience and a lot of knowledge from going to inspections. But a lot of realtors feel like it's too much liability and they don't want to be there at the inspection. And that's nonsense. So you want somebody who's going to be there kicking the tires and spending 3 hours with you or longer, at an inspection. So he knows what to write up if there's issues. So it's really important that they attend inspection. Also that they attend closings, because a lot of realtors, I've done all my work, I'll just show up later and get my check. Your realtor should be there at the closing table, and so should your lender, by the way. That's really important because their work's already done, and usually funds are going to be there. But if you have questions or something's bothering you, you need to have that person there. Closing is a big deal. It's like a wedding. They need to show up. So another question to ask is, hey, why should I hire you? What makes you different than other buyer agents out there? I mean, I know you all have cars and you can drive me around and you know how to write a contract, but what makes you different? And they'll explain to you what their difference is. We have a lot of differences. Some I already mentioned to you, and that is that we go to inspections and we walk people through everything. I go over numbers with them, show them. People don't like surprises. You need to know what you're going through and what to expect, and that it's not that scary. Like I said, I'm that flashlight in the open house, haunted house. You might need a flashlight at some open houses too. But anyway, another really important thing is to say, look, your contracts, I know they're binding. So do you have a clause in your contract that says that if I'm not happy, I can cancel at any time? Well, we think trust has to be earned, and we do that in our contracts. We say in our contracts that you can cancel at any time without cost or obligation prior to being under contract. Once you're under contract, it's a little bit different story, because now that person is involved with other parties and to get the transaction closed. But ask that agent, do you have a clause, a protection clause that says I can cancel at any time prior to being under contract? That's really important. So these are things that coming on the top of my head that you should ask a potential realtor who's going to help you market, especially here in Colorado. We're seeing multiple offers. You need to be prepared for that. You see, your agent should be doing some comps for you when you see a house you like. Before you write an offer, he should go in there and say, yeah, this looks like it's about right on, or maybe it's a little over, but there's trajectory. When you're shooting at a moving target and it's going from low to high and it's going in that direction, you need to kind of understand that if you shoot at that little mechanical bunny rabbit or whatever, you're going to miss it because it's moving and things are moving here. So it is a seller's market, and we're seeing crazy equity, which is great when you get ready to sell. But right now, you need to make sure your agent is doing their homework for you and looking at properties that they're getting ready to write on. You don't just blindly write an offer. People are tempted to do that because they're in a big hurry. There's 4 other offers or 10 other offers sometimes. So, but having somebody that's diligent and ready to act at a moment's notice for you, and who's available for you, they don't have a part-time job, they're working for you full-time. So those are the things that are important. So if you like this information, hit that subscribe button over here. Hit the little ring notification, little bell, so we can notify you when there's more things coming up. And buying a home is awesome. It's fun. And if you have somebody helping you, it's not scary at all. And we have video testimonies from people that say, wow, that was easier than buying my last car. So anyway, hope you had a good one, and give us a call.